Hi guys, thank you for being here. Yes, so please watch until the end to learn something. Let's get straight into it. Welcome guys. This is a complete beginner for newbies like you. Yes, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and let's dive in straight away. So remote work, this is for students, job seekers, and basically anyone looking to work remotely, right? So let's go. This is our brand online cyber cafe Kenya. What we do is basically teach online skills. I work in a cyber cafe, and I'll be sharing more and more of how I on my workflows on what I do to earn. That's why I created this page. So make sure to subscribe and share to anyone will be in need of this. Also, we'll be posting things to do with cyber cafe on the later videos. So please stay tuned. Let's go. So what is remote work? Remote work, it means you can work online from anywhere. No physical office needed. It is freelance, part-time or full-time, paid per task or contract. So what this means is you can work from any country that you're in, be it you're in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, America, England, doesn't matter, anywhere. Uh, the thing while you are diving into remote work, what you need to check is if your country is eligible to work or not. They usually specify if your country is eligible for this kind of jobs. So be on the lookout, please. And if you find that you're not eligible, it means that your country doesn't have the authorization to work. Okay, there are options like VPN and proxy, but I will not recommend that for now since you're a newbie. So if you've heard of proxy or VPN, that one we'll talk about it later. That is one is for experts. But you as a newbie, just focus on remote work that is available in your country. They usually specify. If you want to know if it's like remote globally, it will just be written remote. And if it's for specific countries, it will be written remote, and then they list the number of countries. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that while you want to jump into remote work. It's really important. No physical office needed, just you and your house doing all the work that is needed. Yeah, freelance, part-time or full-time. With freelance, this basically means self-employed and hired to work for different companies or in a particular assignment for whichever skills you have. Yeah, so that is the meaning of freelance in case you've heard of it. And for these opportunities, they usually offer part-time or full-time, and they usually indicate. So be on the lookout if they're doing it part-time or full-time. Part-time usually basically it means you can be doing it for probably maybe 4 hours or 5 hours in a day, and then full-time is a standard 8 hours. With online, I don't think there's maximum of 8 hours unless there's an option to where you need to extend. So be on the lookout if it's part-time or full-time. Yeah. Paid per task or contract. What does this mean? There are certain tasks that you will be doing, right? For this task, you'll be paid per task that you're doing. Let's say, for example, it's you're doing audio or video, then you'll be paid per audio in minutes or in video in minutes. And then there are other remote sites which will offer you a contract. For newly companies, they usually do 6 months or 1 or 2 months contract because they don't know how their turnout will be, etc., etc. But they usually do write their terms and conditions. So be on the lookout for the terms and conditions whenever you need to you start working on these jobs, because in the contract they usually specify how they will pay you. They will usually specify how they will not pay you, and the threshold and the target that you need to complete in order to get payment. So that is really important whenever you need to start. So always, number one rule, read the contract throughout before start working so that you're comfortable, and then start working on them. If you really don't understand the contract fully, I'll give you a hint. Number one, copy paste the contract, paste it into ChatGPT, ask it to summarize you, or probably the contract could be 13 pages long or 20 pages long. Just paste it into ChatGPT, and then it will summarize for you the key points that you need to know. Yeah, so be on the lookout for that. So for this remote work that you want to start doing, what do you need? What is needed? First, you need a laptop or a desktop. Number two, stable internet connection, time and consistency, and a digital skill. So for laptop or desktop, I'll talk about later the specs that you need. But if you're confused and you don't know that kind of the specific laptop that you need or a desktop that you need, let me know in the comment section and I'll reply you immediately. A stable internet connection. Make sure you have a good connection of probably 10 mbps for a start, because there are some jobs that you'll be doing that once you'll start working, it will be saving in the cloud or in the website. So a stable connection is needed to save the job that you're doing online. All right. For that, you need to also have a backup connection like mobile data, connect your device. You know, always have a backup option, because the remote is really challenging in terms of internet connectivity, power interruption issues, and the contract that you'll be given. So while you are starting remote jobs, make sure you really have enough power backup. You have backup internet just in case your ISP has issues with internet. Okay, really really important. Time and consistency. So picture this, just like any other job that you have been doing or you've seen other people doing. Let's say for example you're a teacher, you're a driver, you're a technician, you're a mechanic, etc etc. You need to clock in all the hours in order for you to get paid, or to get enough money, in case you are self-employed or you have been employed, right? It is the same thing with online. You need to clock all those working hours. You need to have the time and consistency in doing these jobs in order for you to gain good amount of money. There's no shortcut. I've been working for 10 or more years, so I can certify that yeah, this is true, right? You need to have enough time to work and keep it consistent. Okay. Yeah. Digital skill, I'll talk about digital skills later on the slides. But you need skills when you start working remotely. These skills are really important because it's what they'll be helping you to do the jobs. So for device requirements, let's say for the laptop or the desktop that you need, make sure it has a minimum of 4 GB or 8 GB RAM. This is because of their speed and their task that you'll be doing. It requires a good machine to work. So for a start, you need something like 4 GB or 8 GB RAM. If you're not sure, let me know in the comment section. I'll reply you right away. Okay. Number two is you need to have an updated browser and software. This is basically Google Chrome. Make sure you're always using Google Chrome all the time. If you're a fan of Windows Firefox, it's okay, that's still fine. Microsoft Edge, either way, just make sure it's updated. For software, make sure you're using the latest Windows 11 software. Make sure to turn on your automatic updates in your machine. And if you're not sure on how to do that, also let me know in the comment section and I'll explain it to you. Yeah, don't use I really doubt if there are still people using like Windows 8 or below. Yes, at least 10 minimum, but 10 is it has been discontinued for updates. So make sure your machine is upgraded to Windows 11, or ask your vendor or your IT expert to help you to upgrade to the latest Windows. Okay. Headphones for audio work. Now there, while you're diving into online job, you'll be given transcription jobs. Transcription jobs basically, it's either video or an audio. So you'll be required to put on a headphones, since you know the environment will be having kids around or some noise. So make sure to have a headphone for transcription task or audio works. Yeah. Number four is basic typing skills. I'll pin a website here where you if you're typing speed, if you're not good in typing, there are so many websites which you can practice with. I'll pin right one here. Yeah, just create an account, do the typing test, see how fast you can type. You know, like practice, practice, practice until you're perfect. Yeah. Remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. So yeah. So while you begin, you are doing all these skills. Just work on them step by step, and don't be in a rush. Yeah. We've talked about stable internet plan. This is a reliable Wi-Fi or fiber, minimum 10 Mbps, backup hotspot, that is your mobile phone. So, and avoid the disconnections. Maybe you might be having a meeting or an AI interview. So it's really important that you keep the connection steady and no hiccups or lags. Yes. Longevity and contracts. Now we have short-term tasks available. We have long-term contracts possible. And you have to read the terms carefully, build reputation. For short-term projects, basically the websites will be telling you if the task that you're doing is short-term or long-term, but it's usually written in their contract. So make sure to always read the contracts before you start, like I mentioned earlier. Then, if they are doing long-term contracts, they usually also indicate on their documentation, terms and condition, etc., etc. So be on the lookout for that whenever you need to start your online journey, right? Read the terms carefully as always. There, remember, there this company usually have a zero tolerance policy for maybe cheating, submitting bad quality work, and targets. It's really important that you read those terms carefully and then start working on them. I really doubt if there's any company which doesn't have written agreement. So watch out for them so that you submit a high quality work. Okay, build a reputation with them. Submit high quality task. Understand the instructions. Build a relationship with them, and in the long run, you'll be promoted to higher ranks with higher pay. Yes. So what are these types of remote jobs that you've been hearing? We have AI training, we have data annotation, we have transcription, we have virtual assistants, and content moderation. So let's check out AI training. What is AI training? AI training is the one that is trending right now, okay? And I'll give you an example. You've seen the automatic robots that have been used in houses, in shops, right? These robots, they are being given data sets so that they understand. So what are these types of data sets? These data sets, you'll be told basically to record something, maybe pour tea, and then record that video, maybe wash clothes, clean items, basically the normal things that you'll be doing in real life. They ask you to record them and then upload them to their website. Now this is what we call the data sets, those things that you have been doing and have been instructed to do. These data sets in later on they are used to train the robots. You may be asked also to record maybe a person dancing, a kid dancing, or a grandma. Do not panic. Do not panic. They have terms and conditions, like I said. Read it through. They usually say this once they are done with this data set, they will dump the data, or it will be used specifically to train those machines so that they understand environment. Remember, you were brought in this world as a kid, right? You didn't know anything. And your parents had to teach you everything from scratch. Like, this is a cup, this is a table, this is how you eat, this is how you drink. It's the same way these machines are trained, okay? Yeah. So that is AI training right now. Just simple instructions that you'll be given and work on them, okay? Data annotation is number two. What is data annotation? Data annotation, for example, you have been given an image of a house. Again, let's assume we are training a robot, right? So you'll be given an image or a video of a house. This video or image, you have to tag everything. By tagging, it means probably separating the it means categorizing the things that you see in the image using a polygon or a box tool to identify. For example, an image which has let's take a house image. You will draw ceiling, you will draw maybe the carpet, the windows, the kitchen, the utensils, and categorize them into different colors. Like for example, utensils will be blue. For example, ceiling will be a green. The seats maybe could be brown. This is an example of data annotation that is used to train this robot, so that once robot sees the item tagged in brown is a seat, it understands it's a seat. All right, and etc etc. That is what we call data annotation, and it's a big number one skill that you need right now to venture in this online journey. So do your own research on data annotation. I'll also be helping you understand data annotation. And in later videos, we're going to do data annotation in depth. Okay. In video annotation, you'll be asked to whatever it's in the video, you put it in the website. Maybe it's the things that are available on the video that is given. And for audio transcription, you'll be asked to transcribe the audio. For example, people are conversating. Now you will be asked to type whatever they are it's being said on the audio or the video. All right. So that is what we call the transcription. It's a number one skill also right now that is trending. So make sure to do research on transcription and build skills on it. It's really important. Virtual assistance is wide, but basically you'll be helping clients maybe organize their email, set up meetings, you know, send emails, etc., etc. All those stuff that it's what we call virtual assistants. Do some research on it, build skills on it. It's a profitable skill right now. Okay, and then we have content moderation like this one I'm doing, and you've seen so many content moderation. I've talked about annotation jobs. That is video annotation, audio annotation, image labeling, and text tagging. So image labeling, again, maybe you've been given an image of a road and you're supposed to categorize everything. The yellow lines, the road itself, the trees, the traffic lights. That is what we call image labeling. What will you be using to label this image? There's what we call the polygon tool. There's what we call the box tool, lasso tool, etc. There are so many tools. Later on in our videos, we'll be doing image labeling and text tagging in depth so that you understand. I'll set up a Google Classroom and show you how it works, and we'll do more of it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Yes. Transcription and AI. Convert audio to text. There are so many jobs that you'll be asked to convert audio to text. You'll be there'll be a platform where it shows you the a place where you play the audio and then write it into text. Okay, it's also a good skill. Please research on it. Review AI responses. Right now, you've seen so many people are using ChatGPT. Now they are trying to build a technology whereby they want to see if students or learners are not using ChatGPT. So you'll be asked to review these responses to see if they are human or if they are AI generated. Okay, so it's a skill also that you need attention, that you need to know right now. And then attention to detail is a big thing that is required while you are doing this online journey. Okay, you need to be very attentive, just like the way you've been attentive in doing other things. Okay, let's go. So what's next? I'll do a part 2 of this video whereby I'll show you the sites that you need to start working. I'll put links in the description for experts. And do let me know in the comment section if you find this helpful. Let me know if you need what topic you need me to do, and I'll gladly do it for you guys. Yes, and make sure to subscribe to this channel. My name is Jackman, and I'll see you on another video. Thank you, and have a good one. Bye.